once again. I'm Kartikh, and today I want to take you through something which is very important for everyone to know. I mean, if you're working on yourself, if you are continuously trying to better yourself each and every day, then I really suggest that you have to know what I have to say about what I'm going to say, and it is about breaking conventional thinking. Now, this is a concept which, if you understand it, you can dissect it, you can take it apart, and once you understand the whole reason why it's so important for us today in our generation and as we go forward in this life, it is so important. It is as important as you are spending time to, create abundance for yourself. It is as important as making money for yourself, because see, if you don't give this importance, the abundance that is within you will never be able to shine forth from you. So it's as important as that, because your personality, your character, everything comes out from knowing the person that you are. And once when I say this, I really mean it, that if you don't work on yourself, then you will never be able to create a fortune for yourself, or be better than the majority of people, or have your own unique way of coming into the arena of life. Now, you see, we all have something unique within us. Now, when we talk about breaking conventional thinking, I am really trying to put forth the idea behind what makes us what makes our life go on a day-to-day basis. What is it that we somehow are not realizing? The fact that if we are to put our attention on, what should it be? Now, most of the time that we are usually consumed with is entertainment, just regular stuff where you are continuously absorbing entertainment, where there's nothing to be gained from, where you have no idea who you will ever be or what you are, what you will become. Because see, when you are consuming content, then that content doesn't enhance your life. If it doesn't give you an enhancement into the person into a new version of you, then you are really wasting away. And it's all crap. It is all bullshit, that whatever it is that it is out there, if it is not helping you engage yourself, and if it doesn't engage you to build your own identity, everything else is just mere. It's just not part of it shouldn't be a part of your life, because of the fact that if you are a person of transformation, if you are a person who is continuously seeking for new ways of getting inspired, and who's always looking for new ways in which he can bring his skills to the market, his or her skills to the market in a much better way, then I believe that you must begin to analyze, rather than analyze, I would say, rather emulate people that are bringing, that are going to bring value into your life. There are people that have the capacity to bring value, and the more you absorb from the people that are bringing value into your life eventually is transforming. And so, why is it necessary for us to break away from the conventional thinking? Is because reason number one, that you have created an environment which is your environment is somehow the reflection of who you are. Now, there's a saying which says that your consciousness is a reflection of your environment. Your environment is the reflection of your consciousness. That's what I meant. I'm sorry, I said it the wrong way. Your environment is a reflection of your consciousness. What that means is that whatever you are within you is what has created outside of you. That means that everything that you see on the outside is nothing but a reflection of who the ways that you have adopted, the ways of living that you have adopted. That is what your environment really suggests. And if you have negative people in your environment, if you have people that are not encouraging enough for you to grow in life, then that means that you have adopted ways of living that you have been saying to yourself that maybe you're not worth it. Maybe you have that low self-esteem and that low confidence on your own abilities. And that's what I'm trying to help you, because if you accept what you lack. That's from where you grow. And once you accept what you lack, that's from where you grow into the person that you should be. And therefore, I am here to give you that advice that if you break away from the opinions of what others have to say of you, if you start trusting your own self, and it doesn't come easily, it has to be worked on. I say that again and again because it has to be worked on. Nothing happens by just doing it a day or two. You have to continuously put it into habit. That you're not gonna settle for anything less than the best for your life. And the best means that you must be the best version of yourself to have the best in your life. To have the best in your life, it starts with you. And when I say it starts with you, now you have to realize the fact that your thoughts matter. Your thoughts matter. Your thoughts is what is comprising your life. It is what is bringing forth everything that up until now has so forth presented to you in your life. And if you're facing some challenges, because I know when I faced challenges, when I was transforming myself, I realized that I had to continuously seek. I was continuously seeking approval from others to do what I really wanted to do, and I see that now. That was a fault in me that I had to correct it. That I had to see it. That I had to observe myself from the perspective of this greater perspective that I had for myself, which was a dream that I always wanted to be. This thing that I'm doing, I wanted to be a motivational speaker all my life, and I have been doing this. Why was I stopping myself? Because I was always seeking approval from others to do what I really wanted to do. This was one thing that was stopping me. There were other things as well. The opinions of others, what it is. There's nobody in India that can, that you will not be able to motivate people in English. People don't really see English content. Indians don't look at the English content. And so I had a lot of biasness that was coming towards me, and I had to look beyond. I had to look beyond those things. I had to look farther than those things, because I know that whatever it is, I'm not doing it for the people. The people need to know that if they are continuously transforming themselves, that they will automatically want to watch my videos, because if they're transforming, they will become accustomed to what I'm speaking, and I'm trying to build a version for them through my voice, that if they start adapting and adopting that voice, that it's going to become their voice. And once it becomes your voice, then you will transform your life in a way that's going to be unique to everyone. So what you're really adopting is you're emulating the version of you that you're not. So if something about me entertains you or interests you, that means that some part of you agrees and accepts with what I'm trying to say to you. And so the point is that eventually it's all about transformation. It is, whether you believe it or not. And most people say that motivation cannot last forever. Well, that's a stupid philosophy that you have bought into, and these are the conventional thinking ideas that I wanna buy you out from. I wanna buy you out from these conventional thoughts that you have literally entertained for years. Because why? Because you don't have any facts about it, but you have learned the condition. You have been conditioned in such a way that these thoughts are somehow have taken root in you, and that's what's creating your reality. Let me tell you, there's a great author that said that life is nothing but a self-fulfilling prophecy. That means whatever you believe for life to be true is going to be true for you. Now let me say this once again, that whatever you believe in your life to be true, that's what's gonna be true for you. That means that whatever you believe in, whatever you believe can be changed, can be transformed, that you can literally have new beliefs today onwards if you put forth an action or a plan to change those ways of living. Now, the whole thing comes down to one very big aspect, and that big aspect comes down to the part that, are you willing enough? Are you willing enough to be a better person? Are you willing enough to see your life from a place where you've never known? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this conventional thinking also includes your poverty consciousness, which means that anything that if there is a lack mentality within you somewhere, it's gonna stop you from having what you really are supposed to have. And so, therefore, you have to step into your rich consciousness. You have to say, no, I can do this. No, I can go ahead and take those challenges upon myself, and I can really get out into the field, and I can really bring forth my skills and my talents and my abilities, and I can show people what I really am. That is really the first step towards knowing what you are really here to do. And I do not buy the consciousness where it says that you are purposeless, that you literally are not here for any reason. And I do believe that you are here for a reason, and I know that you are here for a reason because of the fact that you are living. And as long as you're living, you are here with a purpose. And as long as you do not find it, do not settle for it. And so breaking away from the conventional thinking requires isolation. Yeah, that's important too. You see, you have to spend some time with yourself and the people that you love. The people that you love and with yourself. The moment you bring your awareness into the things that you love to do, that means that you have to come into the consciousness of love. That means that you have to bring yourself into the consciousness of love. How do you bring yourself into love, when you bring your awareness to the consciousness of love, what happens is that whatever you do it with a heart. You do it with your heart. You bring forth the great things in your life begin to come forth when you are operating from the consciousness of love. And consciousness of love requires you to have the capacity to love. And the capacity to love shows that you are an abundant person. If you have the capacity to love, it shows that you are an abundant person, that you are not lacking anything. And I do sincerely believe that we all have the capacity to love and to give love, because see, the first law of the universe, you have to become well familiar with it, because the first law of the universe says, the more you give, the more you shall receive. And so why hold back from the love that you have to give? The only way, the first person that you should give love to is yourself. And I think that it's high time that we begin to, because I believe this is a decade of consciousness. This is the decade of consciousness. This is the decade where people are going to inspire others to do what they do, and they're going to inspire themselves to be the better version, the best version that you have ever dreamed of for yourself to be. And I know it's possible. It's possible because I have done it. And anybody can do it. You see, nobody's special. It's just that you have to begin to feel that you have the capacity to do it, that you have the ability to do it. There are some things that you operate. There's some things that you need to have faith in. That there's some things that you need to build trust for. And the moment you start trusting yourself, I'm telling you, your lack will turn into abundance. Your discomfort will turn into your greatest turning point in life. If you begin to start seeing life from a different perspective. You see, if it's difficult, that's where your power is. That's how you're going to get to know what your power is. That's how you're going to get to know how strong you are once you are in the field. Once you are in your ability to see things from a different thing. Now see, what I really want you to know, this one thing is that the fact that you have to spend time with yourself. That's really important. It's very, very important that you start spending time with yourself so that you get to know a little more about who you are and what you are really here and what you can really capably do in life. Now that requires some isolation, requires to distance yourself from people. It requires you to shut the things that are somehow influencing us on a regular basis from the outside world. We have to learn to shut those voices. We have to realize the fact that this is something that is required for something within you to speak for you. There are a lot of things that we are never capable of understanding. if we are among a lot of people, when you are literally surrounded with, your with everybody, and if on a regular basis that is what life is for you, then really you are not even you're not even striving to be better than who you were. You're not even striving to be better than who you were, and that's what's causing a lot of major problems in your life. Like I said, your environment is a reflection of your consciousness. Your consciousness must be worked on. Your consciousness is something that you have power over. That's one power that has been given to you. It has been given to you, but there's a perverted use of it that it's the consciousness that you have is not really being used to your potential. It's just echoes of the people that are within your environment, and that's what's causing all the problems. So I want you to know that if there is something that you are not allowing yourself to do, it's because of the fact that you have allowed yourself to not give time enough on self-study or trying to better yourself. The more you better yourself, the greater your achievements and the greater prosperity there will be in your. Thank you for letting me your consciousness. I am Kartikh, and I'm going to see you in my next video.